This is MetaTrader 4 Forex trading strategy. This strategy is not meant for MetaTrader 5. Welcome to Profiting Forex Trading channel. I would like to show you another working strategy. It is simple and anyone can use it. I have only 3 indicators, and the 4th indicator is just support and resistance indicator. So in total I have 4 indicators for this particular strategy. Follow me closely as I explain how to use this particular strategy, and you can use this strategy on any pair and on any time frame. This is one of the best MetaTrader 4 Forex tool. Let us dive in. Alright, this is how I use this particular strategy. And number one thing you have to look out for is this band. Make sure that the price either touch the upper or the lower band before we consider any setup at all. And then once the price or the candle touches the upper band, this is the first signal you should look out for. And after you see this signal generated, the candle touching the upper band, make sure the arrow is present. We have an arrow here, and then once you have that arrow, that's condition number 2 met. Then the condition number 3, this the indicator, the first indicator here on the indicator window must turn to blue for a buy. This condition is met also, and the last indicator here must turn to blue also, confirming the same setup. Now let me explain again one by one so that you understand it well. Now the first condition is the price or the candle must touch the band, either at the upper or the lower band. At this point, this is lower band. And number 2, arrow must be present. Once we have this arrow, the next thing we are going to look for, we are going to consider, wait for this 2 indicator to be in agreement before we place our trade. And so it was on this particular point that we have all the indicators in agreement. At this point we have all the indicators in agreement, so this is the right point to place trade for this particular strategy. If the other 2 indicators at the indicator window did not agree, I mean this 2 indicator, then you will not place this particular trade. These 2 indicators must be in agreement for you to place the trade, and you find out that this is at the support level here. This is resistance zone at this particular point. So we have this signal generated at this support zone. So this is number 1 setup on this particular chart that agree with all of our rule, with all the indicators. And the second signal was generated here. This touched the candle, this candle touched the band here, and then we have the arrow also. This we have the band was here, then the arrow, and you look, and this we have this at the resistance zone. And then number 14 we have to look out for, these 2 indicators must agree at the same point. If not, we are not going to place this trade. So at this particular point we have this in agreement, and this indicator, the last one, in agreement also. So this is where to place our trade. This is where we have everything in agreement. It is at this point, it is at this point that we have all the indicators in agreement. At this particular point we have all the indicators in agreement for a sell. and stop loss is just going to be previous pips. And the stop loss is just going to be few pips above the previous high for a sell, and this is the previous high here. So the stop loss will just be above this resistance zone, and this, and if you look at this closely, this deliver also and gave us good profit. At this particular point, let's move back a bit. At this particular point, we do not see the arrow was not present there, though the candle touches the upper band at this particular point. The candle touches the upper part at this particular point, but the arrow was not present, and so we will not take this particular trade. Those the market moves very well in that direction, but this does not meet up with our rules, and so we are not going to take this particular trade. So this, I'm showing you this particular strategy on 4 hours time frame, so we can check other time frame also and see how it plays out too on this particular PS. This is US30. This is it on 1 hour also, and let's see the setup we have here. Here we have this at the upper band, and it touched the resistance zone. At this point, we have this, the candle touching the upper band, and we have the arrow here. So the next thing to consider is these two indicators. Once they are in agreement at this point, then this is where you need to place your trade for a sell. Stop loss few pips above the previous and here we have another buy also at this particular point, and at the support zone, and we have these two indicators in agreement at this point. So this is the right point to place our trade, and here is another sell. We have this touching the upper band. This is resistance zone here, and then we have the arrow. Then you look out for the two indicators here to have the same color, which is red, for a sell, and you see a good move downward. So this is how to trade this particular strategy. You can use it on any time frame, and then you can use it on any time frame you want. And let's check it out on 15-minute time frame. So here is it on 15-minute time frame. At this particular point here, we have this at the upper band here, and then we have the arrow at this particular point. But when you check these two indicators here, we do not have a confirmation for a sell, and so this is this signal generated here is invalid. We are not going to take that particular trade. And here is another buy at this particular point, and here and these two indicators agree also. So this is how to use this particular strategy on any time frame you want. This is how to use it. This is how to use it. You can use it on any time frame you want, and here is it on 30-minute time frame. So the principle remains the same, and let me go over it again for the last time before I show you the setting for each of the indicator. And here is it again. Number one thing you should look out for is this band. The price or the candle must touch or close above the band. This is the band, and the candle must close above it. Number two, we must have this arrow here also, still pointing in the same direction. It either be at the support or resistance zone here or here before we consider. Then once we have all this in agreement, the last thing we are going to consider are these two indicators here. They must be in agreement before you place your trade. So at this particular point, we have everything in agreement, and this is where you will take your trade, and this is how to use this particular strategy. At this point also, we have a sell signal generated here. It touched the upper band, the candle. Then we have the the arrow here pointing down, and when you look at this also, we have only one bar here, histogram bar here, red. Then at this point we have one bar on the histogram indicator here. Both gave us this single red cell, and when you look at this critically, it did deliver. So this is how to use this particular strategy. This is now, let me show you the setting for each of the indicator used for this particular strategy. So the first indicator I use here, this band, I gave out this band, the green color for the band, and the arrow we have the white, which is the middle value. Then this lavender are the both buy and sell. I use the same color, and here is the setting for the TM the TM555 indicator, and this is the current. The time frame is current time frame, half length is 20, price is 0, band deviation is 2.5. You can adjust this and see how it plays out, and coefficient is 0.001. Draw arrow, you must turn it to true, if not it's not going to show. That's why the fact that you attach the indicator on the chart, make sure you turn it to true if you want to see this arrow on your chart. And this is just the setting for this particular indicator. Just click OK. And the second indicator is support demand zone indicator. Use a narrow band, true. If you want bigger band, then you can turn it to false. This is how to set it up. The color, you can use either red for sell and blue for buy instead of the value that I use here. So this is how to set this up. This is how to set it up, and click OK. The third indicator is BS trend. These are the color I use, the royal blue. The first indicator here, this indicator here. Then the input for this particular indicator, let me show you the input right now. This is the input. The period is 6 and alert I turn it to false, so you can turn it on if you want it, and click OK when everything is set. And the last indicator here is super fast indicator. The period is 10. The support underscore add underscore pips is 168. Just pause the video and enter the value for this MetaTrader for indicators. So here are the colors that I use: royal blue for buy and the red for sell. This is all the indicator I use for this particular strategy. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly make sure you do so. If you like this particular video, give me a thumb up. The link to download this indicator, every indicator used for this particular strategy, is in the video description. Make sure you download it. The link is working, and make sure you download it. Till I come your way again, I remain your fellow trader Joe, and bye for now.